9:42 on the Thursday edition of Jacksonville's Morning News, live at Feeding Northeast Florida on Old Kings Road. And, we were here last year about a week before Thanksgiving. And a week before Thanksgiving, you would think like there would be all of the logistics and all this energy and so many people around us. And it had that. But honestly, today, October 16th, is just about as busy and just about as electric of a place, because the need in our community is an everyday need. It's not just once a year on this World Food Day, for example. It's not just around the holidays. Food insecurity is a real thing. 1 in 5 children, 1 in 7 in our community are food insecure. And here is where all of it kind of comes in. All the food will come in and then is distributed out in the community. And it's a logistical operation. And there's a whole team that makes it happen, but there's always one leader. And Katie Criscitiello is going to be leading that effort here as the Vice President of Operations, soon to be Chief Operating Officer here as well. You're like a logistical manager to make all this happen, right?
Oh, that's right. Yep. All day, every day. There's just so many moving parts.
So talk me through the nooks and crannies of this. What's happening on an average day here?
Well, our average day starts real early. About 5 o'clock in the morning, our drivers come in. So does our warehouse staff. And we are really ready for anything. I think the one thing in food banking is that the only plan you can have is that there is no plan. So they start with their loads and the stuff that's going out to agencies, loading their trucks, and they go off for their deliveries. And then they come back with pickups and some retail donations. And then during the day while they're out on the road, we've got people knocking at the door, thankfully, and we're very blessed for our partners that donate. And they are coming in with whatever they're coming in with. So we've got to be ready for anything. Our warehouse staff's there to receive it. Then they go ahead and we find a place to store it. And our mission is then to find out who needs it and get it out the door just as quickly as possible. So we've got that end of it. And then while that's all going on, we've got our agencies coming in every day. We've got 5 or 6 agencies every hour coming in to pick up food for the people and their neighbors that they're serving. So we have that arm of it going on. And then behind the scenes of all of that, we've got our inventory managers, our purchasing manager that are buying and trying to find different donations and different loads that we can go ahead and secure and procure for the neighbors and for the agencies. So it's a constant motion of things, and everything moves very, very fast in food banking.
I would say, and it has to move fast for the perishables as well. How has this facility allowed you to maybe do more, bring in more of the more fresh ingredients and not necessarily all the things that can help fill a belly but not necessarily nourish in the right way? Right,
and nourishment is so important, and this facility has made it so we can bring in so much more produce and frozen meat and the things that they really, really need. We've been able to take those 2 disjointed warehouses, and now that we're in one space, everything is just so much more efficient. We've increased our cooler area, our freezer area, and our ability to get everything turned around very, very quickly.
Josh Martino, one of the board members here, was just saying one of the biggest radical changes that he hopes happens and is happening is changing the conversation about food insecurity. How are you seeing that at the logistical level? Like, is the conversation changing? Because you even said food banking, and I just picture something different maybe in my head that Josh would want me to think about.
I think one of the things I think we need to make sure everybody understands is the difference between the food bank and the food pantry. I don't think anybody understands this component of that. Everyone thinks that's just food pantries out there, but they don't quite understand where those food pantries get their food. And the food bank is a very different animal than the food pantry. And both are important, but they do very different things. So when people come here for the first time, I think they are expecting to see a line of people looking for food and think it's just a large pantry, when in fact it's very different. It's warehousing and logistics so that we can serve hundreds of agencies that truly get the food out to the neighbors.
Are you seeing that the needs are changing and evolving amidst rising costs, inflation, government shutdown? I mean, are those fluctuations that happen?
They are, and it's sad to say, but it is increasing. We send out surveys all the time to the agencies, and the one consistent thing is we need more food. The lines are longer, the need is higher, and it's an unfortunate time for us, but we will muscle through it like we always do. But we do need to start pivoting and figuring out a way to educate people a little bit differently, because to your point earlier, it isn't just around the holidays that people are hungry. It's every single day.
you need more food, but then you also have to get the stuff out. So how often are you having to refresh the fleet that goes out? How have fuel costs added up? I saw you roll your eyes like that. Is that the biggest pain point for you?
Pain points for me, yeah. Fleet, fuel. I mean, it's all affecting the budget, so we've got to get creative. We've been blessed with a great grants writing team, so we're good there with some of that stuff. But the economy right now is just a mess, and it's affecting everything. We're doing our best with it, and the community's been wonderful to us. But I think in addition to just the dollars, we need the people too. I mean, there's a lot of product to move, and we would love to see our volunteer floor full every day. And again, not just around the holidays, but I think if people knew more about what we need as far as hands on deck to help us move this food, it would be so beneficial to us.